What's going on, everybody? This is Brian from sneakerfiles.com, and in this video I'm going to go over all of the Air Jordan and Nike release dates for July 2024. Now, before we jump into things, like always, greatly appreciate a thumbs up, and if you're new here, subscribe by hitting the button below. Now, all of the release dates are confirmed, but like always, there's a possibility that some could get delayed, some pushed forward, or even for the month of July, new shoes get added in. So in the case that it does, I'll make sure to update you on future news videos. So the best way to keep up to date is by hitting the subscribe button below. And now with all that out of the way, let's get into these releases. The first pair I need to talk about is the Nike KD4 NERF. Now, I've talked about the shoe multiple times and stated that they're going to debut in July. However, still, unfortunately, we don't have a specific release date. So this is going to go at the very beginning. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get a release date in time for the video. But if something changes from now until I get into editing the video, then I'll put a title on the screen. But they are expected to debut in July, and the retail price will be $150. Also, if I don't find out in time before I'm done editing this video, then I will for sure update you in a following news video. The first pair I'm going to go over that actually has a release date is the Nike Ja 1 Reverse Scratch. So like the name suggests, the shoes are based off of the Scratch Nike Ja 1, which was the first colorway to be released. Now, if you're interested in grabbing this pair, they drop on July 1st and the retail price will be $130. Nike Basketball is going to hit us with a lot of shoes, and the next one I'm going to talk about is the Nike KD 17 USA. So this pair features a white, university red, and obsidian color combination, and they're going to drop on July 1st. The retail price will be $150. Another pair from the USA pack is the Nike Ja 1 USA. So this marks the second Ja 1 to be released this month, and the shoes feature a similar color blocking as the KD 17. This pair will also drop on July 1st, and the retail price will be $120. Also dropping on July 1st is the Nike LeBron 21 Pink Multi. So this shoe features a multicolor and metallic silver color combination, but as you can see, the shoes are pretty much dressed in all pink with some metallic silver accents. And then for a unique look, we have like this gum yellow rubber outsole. This pair drops on July 1st and the retail price will be $200. We have another Nike LeBron releasing. This time it's going to be the Nike LeBron Next Gen Amped Black Metallic Gold. Now these are actually pretty solid in my opinion, and they feature patent leather throughout, and the official colorway is black, metallic gold, and university red. This pair drops on July 1st, and the retail price will be $170. In July, we have several colorways of the Nike Air Max DN dropping, and on July 1st, we actually have two colorways. The first one comes dressed in wolf gray, sky gray, and pure platinum. Now the second features olive FLAK, gym red, and black. Like I mentioned, both of these are going to drop on July 1st, and the retail price will be $160 each. As you guys could tell by now, July 1st is going to be a busy day when it comes to sneaker releases, and another pair dropping on the same day is the Nike Air Pegasus 2K5 Chrome. This pair will drop in women's sizing, and it features a photon dust, chrome, gridiron, and cell color combination. So July 1st is the release date, and the retail price will be $150. Okay, so this is the last pair that is set to drop on July 1st, and it's the Nike Air Max 2013 Volt. Now the pair features a Volt, Cyber, and black color combination, and these have popped up on DSG's release calendar, and they're the only place I've seen them so far. So if you want to grab them, head over to their website on the 1st, and the retail price will be $180. With all those pairs dropping on July 1st, we only have one pair that will debut on July 2nd, and it's the Nike Air Force 1 Low Light British Tan, which is part of the Notebook Doodle series. Now what makes this pair unique is the artwork that is displayed on the insoles, and the shoes feature a light British tan and burgundy crush color combination. Dropping July 2nd, the retail price will be $125. On July 3rd, we have two more colorways of the Nike Air Max DN dropping. The first one comes dressed in sky blue, chamois, hyper blue, and black. The second pair comes dressed in midnight navy, white, and cool gray. Both will drop on July 3rd, and the retail price will be $160 each. On July 3rd, Nike will release their Blueprint collection, which is to help celebrate the upcoming Olympic Games. Now, I'm going to go over multiple pairs in the collection. The only shoes that I left out from the Blueprint collection are running spikes, just because I didn't feel that people want to know about running spikes. However, later on in the video, I do have some cleats that I'm going to talk about, but I feel that those will be a little bit more sought after than running spikes. But the first pair I'm going to talk about is the Nike GT Hustle 3 Blueprint. Each pair features a similar theme in similar colors. This one comes dressed in white, racer blue, phantom, total orange, and black. They drop on July 3rd for $190. Also dropping on July 3rd is the Nike GT Cut 3 Blueprint, again with a similar color theme. This one features a white, racer blue, coconut milk, gum yellow, and total orange color scheme. The retail price is $190. Now we're going to talk about some runners, part of the Blueprint collection. First up, we have the Nike Pegasus 41. This is the latest from the Pegasus series. They also feature a similar color theme, and they're going to drop on July 3rd. The retail price will be $140. Next from this series, we have the Nike Invincible 3 Blueprint. Again, expect the same color blocking, and they will drop on July 3rd. The retail price will be $180. Nike is making sure that runners have different options when it comes to the Blueprint series, and another pair is the Nike INFINITYRN 4. Dropping on July 3rd, the retail price will be $160. The last pair I'm going to talk about from the Blueprint series is the Nike Alpha 3. Now this shoe has had a lot of praise by runners. I don't run, but I've heard great things, which I should be hearing great things because the retail price on these is $285. So I hope I feel like I'm walking on clouds or running on clouds when I'm wearing these, but again, they also drop on July 3rd. We have another Nike Air Max DN dropping. There's quite a few pairs dropping in July, and they're kind of scattered throughout. This one's actually pretty decent. It kind of reminds me of the Air Max BW due to the colorway. So this pair is being called Persian Violet, and that is due to the colorway, which is light smoke gray, black, white, and Persian Violet. They drop on July 6th, and the retail price will be $160. When these leaked months back, I was really excited because I was hoping that we would get a return for the GRIFFEY Max 2, but not yet at least. We have the Nike GRIFFEY 2 MCS Cleat Freshwater. So for those that don't know, the Freshwater theme is an OG colorway. This pair will release to celebrate the upcoming MLB All-Star Game. And the official colorway for this shoe is black, freshwater, and white. They drop on July 9th. The retail price will be $140. We have another pair of the Nike ACG RUFUS dropping, this time in July, and they're being called SEQUOIA due to the colorway, which is Sequoia, black, and reed. The shoes will drop on July 10th via the Sneakers app, and the retail price is $110. Now, I do need to ask this because I'm kind of in the dark here. Typically, when a shoe is somewhat popular, they put it on the Sneakers app. Is this shoe popular and I just don't know about it? Now, if you like them, cool. It's just I don't know about it. So let me know down below. Now, I'm excited for this pair. It was just announced yesterday. We had the release date for the Nike Air Max Thunder Canyon Gold. So for those that don't know, this is an OG colorway, which was dropped back in 1999. Now, the shoes feature a Canyon Gold, Deep Ocean, Light Smoke Gray, Speed Yellow, and White color combination. They drop on July 11th via the Sneakers app, and the retail price will be $180. We have the second colorway of the Nike Sabrina 2 dropping on July 12th. This pair is known as Conductor. So recently official images popped up giving us a better look, and they feature a football gray, amber brown, cell, and astronomy blue color combination. So dropping on July 12th for $130. We also have a handful of releases that are just plain Olympic or USA colors. I shouldn't say plain because it's actually a clean colorway. But as you guys have seen so far, the Olympic releases have came with like a twist. The Blueprint collection had shades of blue, orange, and white. And then later on, I'm going to talk about the Safari collection. But for here, we have the Nike Dunk Low Next Nature Olympic. This pair features a Phantom, Obsidian, pale ivory, and metallic gold colorway. Releasing July 12th, the retail price will be $125. The Nike Air Force 1 low will also debut in an Olympic theme for Team USA. This one features more white compared to the Dunk, and the official colorway is white, obsidian, pale ivory, and metallic gold. So this pair also drops on July 12th, and the retail price will be $115. Another pair part of the Team USA pack is the Nike Blazer Low Jumbo. So the Jumbo name for this shoe is for the large swoosh on the side. I'm sure most of you already knew that, but the official colorway is Phantom, Obsidian, Pale Ivory, and Metallic Gold. They also drop on July 12th for $100. The Nike Air Max 90 will also join the pack, and this will be a women's release. They feature a white, navy, and coconut milk color combination. And again, they drop on July 12th. The retail price will be $130. So we're going to take a break from the Olympic releases for just a bit, and next up we have the Nike Field General 82 Barely Volt. So this pair is definitely vibrant, and it's different compared to what we've previously seen on colorways. Typically it's a bit more toned down, and this pair will feature a Barely Volt, Dusty Cactus, and Gum Light Brown colorway. They drop on July 12th. The retail price will be $100. You know, I didn't realize until I started recording that July 12th is actually a really busy day as well. Also dropping on that day is the Nike Air Max Plus TIEMPO in Wolf Gray. This shoe combines the Air Max Plus and the TIEMPO soccer boot. The official colorway on this pair is Wolf Gray, Metallic Silver, and Black. Like I mentioned, July 12th is the release date, and the retail price will be $190. On July 18th, we have a handful of releases, and the first one I'm going to talk about is the Nike Air Pegasus 89 Golf Open Championship. The Open Championship is also known as the British Open, and this pair features a cargo khaki, light British tan, jade horizon, hot punch, and pale ivory color combination. The retail price will be $140. Devin Booker has had quite a few colorways of his first signature shoe release, the Nike Book 1. However, it's kind of been quiet. Nothing new has popped up until now. So on July 18th, the Nike Book 1 Barely Grape will release. So this pair kind of has like an Easter vibe to me, and the official colorway is Barely Grape, Daybreak, and Lilac Bloom. So July 18th is the release date, and the retail price will be $140. At the time of recording, this is just a rumor, but we have a potential release date for the Nike SB Dunk Low City of Dreams, also known as Trocadero Gardens. Now, these have already dropped at skate shops. The release actually took place in June, but what I'm hearing is that they're going to release on the Sneakers app on July 18th. This is good news for me because I've missed out on them and I actually really like this shoe. So this will be my chance to purchase. And for those who want this pair, this might be their chance as well. And the retail price will be $125. First we had the Blueprint pack. Then we had some Team USA colors. And now we had the Safari Olympic pack dropping. Now oddly enough, we have multiple shoes from this pack set to debut in July. But the Nike SB Dunk Low Safari Olympic is rumored to drop in August. So that's why that shoe isn't featured in this video, although there is a chance they could still drop in July. And the first pair I'm going to talk about is the Nike ALPHAFLY 3 Safari Olympic. So it features that safari-like print across the midsole. The official colorway is just multicolor in multicolor, but as you can see, it's got some vibrant red and yellow. And the shoes will drop on July 24th, and the retail price is expected to be $300, which is a $15 increase compared to the Blueprint pair. This is a shoe that I'm really excited for. It's the Nike SB PS8 Olympic. This is a new shoe, and they're a tribute to the late Sandy Bodecker. The name of the shoe comes from his Instagram handle, which is ProblemSolver8, and fitting into the Safari Olympic theme, they feature a Phantom, Black, Fossil, Monarch, Anthracite, and Chlorine Blue colorway. Dropping July 24th, the retail price will be $130. Next up from the Safari Olympic pack, we have the Nike GT Hustle 3, and this shoe takes the Safari print and covers it throughout. An interesting look, I kind of like it to be honest. And they're also going to drop on July 24th. The retail price will be $205. The Nike GT Jump 2 will also join the Safari Olympic series. This model is part of the Greater Than collection. Once again, it features the Safari print throughout, and they're going to drop on July 24th for $195. The last pair I'm going to talk about, part of the Safari Olympic series, is the Nike GT Cut 3. This is probably my favorite model, part of the Greater Than series. And compared to the others, I actually like the color blocking on this the most. And like the other pairs, this one's going to drop on July 24th. The retail price will be $205. Just like the Trocadero Gardens, the Nike SB Dunk Low Burnt Sunrise is also rumored to debut in July. So these have already released at skate shops, but we have a potential release date for the Nike Sneakers app, which is July 30th. This pair features a Burnt Sunrise Vintage Green and Gum Light Brown color combination, and the retail price will be $115. The last pair that I'm going to talk about for Nike dropping in July 2024 is the Nike Dunk Low Neapolitan. So the release date was just announced for this one. The official colorway is Cacao Wow, Pale Ivory, and Pink Foam. And the release date is set for July 31st, and the retail price will be $130. Without a doubt, Nike has a ton of releases. Now, Jordan Brand doesn't have as much, but they do have a lot. And to start off the releases from Jordan Brand, we have the Air Jordan 1 Low Golf Aegean Storm. This pair features a white, armory navy, and Aegean Storm color combination. They drop on July 1st. The retail price will be $150. The first colorway of the Jordan LUKA 3 is known as Midnight Racer, and the official colorway is Black, Mint Foam, Hyper Pink, and Hyper Grape. Now, the release date is July 5th, and this is set for Europe. Unfortunately, we don't have a release date for the States just yet, and the retail price will be $130. Now, some boutiques have already released this shoe in June. It's the OPIUM Paris Jordan Airship. And the inspiration for the shoe is the Charlotte Hornets. Also, this is a women's release, but it appears that there's going to be a wider release for this pair. Now, the official colorway is Cell Blue Chill in black, and they're going to drop on July 6th. The retail price will be $150. The first big release of the month when it comes to retros and maybe people wanting is the Air Jordan 1 High OG First in Flight. So these recently popped up on the sneakers app, and the release date is confirmed for July 10th. Now, the original release date was July 6th, but unfortunately they've been delayed. And just to read from Nike Sneakers' description on the shoes, this First in Flight edition of the Air Jordan 1 honors the home of the high flyers. It celebrates the historic moments in flight, as well as the pioneers that first set our gaze on the skies. Earning its wings, the leather and nubuck design layers University Blue and Midnight Navy over a cell upper with pops of University Gold, giving praise to the Tar Heel state that laid the foundation. So this pair will now drop on July 10th, like I mentioned. They won't be available in extended women's sizing, and the retail price in women's sizing is $180. Preschool will cost $85, and toddlers will retail for $70. Jordan Brand is actually releasing the Air Jordan 3 Black Cement Cleats. There's going to be a version for football, and there's going to be a version for baseball. Now, the images used are for football, and they have two different release dates. So the shoes will feature the classic black cement color blocking, and the actual colorway is black, fire red, cement gray, and white. So for the baseball version, that one's going to drop on July 13th. The retail price will be $190, and the release for those is just before the MLB All-Star Game. Now, the football cleats will retail for $190 as well, but they're going to drop on July 27th. The second Jordan LUKA 2 to be released in July is known as Photo Finish. This pair also comes with a vibrant theme, and the official colorway is white, black, Volt Glow, and Green Glow. This pair is going to drop on July 16th. They'll be available in full family sizing, so we have men's priced at $130, grade school at $100, preschool at $80, and toddler sizes will cost $60. we have a handful of collabs dropping in July, and 2 of those will be from MANIERE on the Air Jordan 3. Now, we've seen multiple photos of one of those pairs, which is known as simply black, but the official colorway is black, flat pewter, and violet ore. Now, the second pair, which we have yet to see a first look of, is known as Burgundy Crush. Now, this pair features a summit white Burgundy Crush deep pewter and muslin color combination. Now, this shoe could look something totally different than what is shown. We're not even sure how they're going to look, but the black pair is confirmed. Photos have leaked of that shoe. Now, we're getting pretty close to the release date, and I'm a bit surprised that we haven't seen a first look yet. So it's possible that the Burgundy Crush pair could be delayed, or it's just super limited. Now, both shoes will be released in women's sizing, and they'll be available in extended women's sizing. So July 18th is the release date for both, and the retail price will be $250. Now, like always, once I get more information, I'll make sure to let you guys know. And if the Burgundy Crush is going to drop on July 18th, I suspect that we'll get a first look very, very soon. July is actually going to bring us a handful of Air Jordan 3 releases. We have the 2 MANIERE Air Jordan 3 collabs that I just talked about. Now I'm going to talk about the WNBA Air Jordan 3, and we have one more later on in the video. So this pair is a women's exclusive release, and they recently had a release date change. So initially they were going to drop on July 13th, but they have been delayed until July 19th, and the reason for that is the WNBA All-Star Game. Jordan Brand wanted to release them right before it, and the retail price is $200. Now, the official colorway is dark driftwood, cell, hemp, and velvet brown, and I've asked several people if these are going to be available in extended women's sizing, because it would make sense if they were. They are a WNBA shoe. WNBA players are tall, which means bigger feet, so you would think it would be in extended women's sizing. However, from what I've heard, and at least these boutiques, they're not going to be available in extended women's sizing. The biggest they had is a size 12 women's, which is a size 10.5 in men's. Celebrating the 30th anniversary when Michael Jordan played for the Barons, we have the Air Jordan 1 Low OG Barons dropping in July. Now, I've reported in the past that the shoe is only going to be available in men's sizing, and most release calendars show that they'll only be available in men's sizing. However, DTLR has the shoes also dropping in grade school sizing for $120. Now, I can't confirm that just yet because I know DTLR's release calendar has kind of been messing up. So I'm going to go ahead and still say these are only going to drop in men's sizing. And the release date is July 20th. And the retail price will be $140. In my last news video, I talked about the Nigel Sylvester Air Jordan 4 RM. We were calling them Fence Green. However, now the official nickname for the shoe is Grandma's Driveway. And they recently had a release date change. So initially, the release date was set for July 3rd. But Nigel has confirmed on his Instagram that the release date is July 20th. Now, there is a second colorway that's supposed to release, but haven't heard anything about them since the initial leak, nor have we seen a first look. So I'm not sure if those have been delayed or maybe even scrapped. But this pair will drop on July 20th. The official colorway is Pro Green, Metallic Platinum, Black, and Cell. Now, in my last news video, I went over the inspiration and all the good stuff about the shoes. So if you want to check that out, just check out my last video. But one of the cool elements about the shoes that I'll briefly go over right now is the box. So the box actually features a graphic of his grandma's driveway, and it's pebbled. So that alone is pretty cool, and it's something different. After its initial unveiling, there hasn't been much updates on the Air Jordan 39. However, we have 2 colorways dropping in July. The first pair is known as Soul, and it features a white, university red, and black color combination. Now, according to Jordan Brand, this pair pays tribute to Michael Jordan's game and the blueprint for greatness going forward. Now, I can only find details about them dropping in men's sizing, so I don't know if they'll be available in grade school and down, but this pair is going to drop on July 23rd, and the retail price will be $200. Several days after the Soul pair drops, we have the second Air Jordan 39 releasing, known as Lumiere. According to Jordan Brand, this pair is inspired by Paris, specifically the lights and city skylines at night, consisting of black and white. Now, initially, these were supposed to debut in August, but they have been moved forward, and the new release date is July 27th. The retail price is $200. Probably my favorite release from Jordan Brand for July is the Air Jordan 4 SC Paris Olympics. I still don't know the official background story for the shoes. Someone suggested the Eiffel Towers. I've talked about that in previous news videos. But another thing that I wanted to mention is that a good amount of boutiques and retailers will have them, but I do believe that they'll be on the somewhat limited side. Now, not to the point where they'll be super hard to obtain. It is a Jordan 4 and they are hyped, the model that is. But the oxidized green dropped and I believe they're still available pretty much everywhere. So even though these are a little bit on the limited side, I don't think you'll have huge issues obtaining them. Now, as for the release date, this pair is going to drop on July 27th. The drawback on these shoes is the retail price, which is $225. They upped the price due to the premium build. And personally, I can't wait to get these in hand just to see if they're really premium like everybody's been talking about. They'll also be available in grade school sizes, and the retail price will be $170. In July, we have 3 colorways of the Jordan LUKA 3 set to release. The final pair I'm going to talk about is known as Vapor Green. Now, these actually released on Finish Line on June 20th. However, I believe they pulled them from the website. And now I'm seeing release calendars showing this pair with a release date scheduled for July 30th. Now, the official colorway is Vapor Green, Hyper Jade, and Cone, and the retail price will be $130. The last pair scheduled to debut from Jordan Brand in the month of July is the Air Jordan 3 Wings. This pair is part of Jordan Brand's Wings for the Future program, and the overall inspiration is roses. So the official colorway is white, fire red, off-white, vintage green, and rose. Some of the highlights includes canvas on the mudguard, which shows rose stems. We have Nike Air branding on the insoles, as well as the heels, which are translucent. And then behind it, we actually have roses. So in my opinion, these are pretty dope. Now, I don't know the size range as of yet, but this will be a men's release. A lot of people thought initially these were going to be a women's exclusive, but that isn't the case, and they're going to drop on July 30th. The retail price will be $210. And that's going to do it for this video. Like always, greatly appreciate you guys for watching. If you have a second and haven't done so already, also appreciate a thumbs up. And if you're new here, subscribe by hitting the button below. One more thing, if you haven't done so yet, make sure to turn on the notification bell so you can be alerted every time I drop a new video. Now, there's a ton of releases coming from Nike and Jordan Brand for July. And if I had to narrow it down, from Jordan Brand, the number one shoe for me is the Air Jordan 4 Paris Olympics. Now from Nike, I really want those Trocadero Gardens SB Dunk Low. I missed out at my local skate shop, so I want to get those. And then, of course, if the Nike KD4 NERF drops in July, that will be 100% pickup. Let me know what you plan on buying in the month of July down in the comment section below. As well, if you have any questions, make sure to leave that down below. Again, thanks for watching. Stay tuned to sneakerfollows.com. And if you haven't yet, make sure to subscribe.